going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings have been frenemies with PFF for a long time. Sometimes PFF loves the Vikes, sometimes absolutely despise them, right? But they did up their all-rookie team, and basically what it is just whoever scores the highest or grades out the highest with their rankings and their analytics and grades and whatnot. And a couple Vikings made the list. One notable did not. So let's dive on. Well, yes, Ivan Pace Jr., the undrafted. Did you know he was undrafted? Pretty damn good stud right in the middle of the Vikings defense. Made the team. Same thing with cornerback Mekhi Blackmon, the much maligned when he was drafted, cornerback Mekhi Blackmon. Because remember, when the Vikings took him on the back end of the third round, a lot of Vikings fans were complaining because there was more brand name cornerbacks still on the board. But I mean, maybe it's a PFF thing because PFF loved Mekhi Blackmon at USC last year as well, and it carried over to the NFL. In limited action, Mekhi Blackmon was fantastic. But let's dive into this team. C.J. Stroud, I mean, it's kind of given. C.J. Stroud. So I like Stroud in the draft. I thought that he had the highest floor, but it turns out he's got a pretty damn high ceiling too. And I think that he is going to be a superstar in this league. He frankly should have earned some MVP love this year. And he won the division. He won the division. He has a home playoff game in Houston, which hasn't had good times in a long time. So props to C.J. Stroud. Plus, he can make every throw, and I love that he is just cocksure enough to just let it fly, man. I think he's going to be a star in this league for many, many years. Devin Kane of the Dolphins. Now, Kane would have had an even better season if he had been healthy, but look for him. By the way, Raheem Mostert, age 31, scoring like 95 touchdowns. It's kind of crazy, man. But Kane, when he was healthy, he was special, man. Puka Nacua, 5th-round pick, made by Jaron Hall at BYU, just coming in and smashing records. I mean, what can you do? I mean, he's in a league of his own. And the rest of the wide receivers, so Rashee Rice were I do like Rashee Rice. I think that he got a bit of a raw deal the way he fell in the draft. I think people were down on him because he didn't test great, but he's a good receiver. 79 catches, 938, and 7 touchdowns this year. Tank Dell and C.J. Stroud are going to be a problem for many years to come. And also Nico Collins in there too. Let's go. I mean, Houston's sitting really, really damn good. But, Tank Dell fell in the draft because of undersized as well as he was a little bit older of a prospect. But, I mean, he stayed in H-Town and was fantastic before he got hurt. By the way, he got hurt like inside blocking on a goal line dive, which is just so stupid. But there's one noticeable name missing. So one Jordan Addison. So Addison, 70 catches for 911 yards, 10 touchdowns. Now, he is certainly head and shoulders, not head and shoulders, but he's above Jackson Smith and Jigba, even though he had a pretty solid rookie season once he got going. He's above Quentin Johnston. Him and Zay Flowers, I put him on the same line. But yeah, I do question. Like, Tank was great, but injury-shortened season. Rashee Rice he was good, except he got to play with Patrick Mahomes. And what Jordan Addison did with 4 different quarterbacks, I don't think that should be overlooked. But, of course, that does not factor into the grades. Who is throwing you the ball? Laporte of the Lions, yes. Hopefully his knee is going to be good to go. Sounds like he was back to practice in a limited capacity. Wanya Morris of the Chiefs coming on in. The Kansas City was ravaged with injuries. Skoronski. Hey, remember all the talk about, he was good at left tackle Northwestern, but he had short arms. Just following in Rashawn Slater's footsteps, but he's one of the few things that the Titans can build around. Joe Tippmann of the Jets coming in. Was it Montana? Something like that. City Sal. I love me some City Sal from Eastern Michigan, man. New England, for all their faults, I feel like New England has been able to churn out like really decent interior offensive linemen. Look at Michael Onwenu, a 6th-round pick a couple years ago, also played some tackle. City Sal's up in there. Dawad Jones before he got hurt. I mean, the massive man size Ohio State tackle just coming in, filling in with injuries, and then he got hurt himself. It sucks. Jalen Cata, of course. Kobe Turner. I mean, Kobe Turner definitely got overlooked, but he's been playing some great defensive tackle for the Rams. Hopefully they can bring it this week in Detroit. I mean, Jared Goff definitely can't really handle that interior pressure. So Turner and Aaron Donald getting loose. Let's go. Will Anderson of the Texans, yes. Tui Tuilopo. So I mean, Vikings saw firsthand what he can do. The man of Troy, and certainly got after things. Ivan Pace Jr. So this is what they wrote. One of 2 undrafted players on the list. Pace has been the perfect fit for Brian Flores' defense in Minnesota. His 77.2 overall PFF grade leads all qualified rookie linebackers and ranks 17th in the league. Pace's trademark blitzing ability has carried over from his days at the University of Cincinnati. His 22.9% pass rush win rate is the second highest among 85 linebackers with at least 20 pass rush snaps a season. Now, he should be allowed to rush more. Like, could you turn him into Micah Parsons or Micah Parsons adjacent? Maybe, but 102 tackles this year, 2.5 sacks, 2 passes broken up, a forced fumble. I mean, Pace Jr. is going to be the man in the middle for the Vikings defense for a long time. Love to see it. So, Pace Jr. undrafted. Jack Campbell, the number 18 overall pick with the Lions, sort of got out of the gate slow, but came around. Physical freak from Iowa, respect. Devin Witherspoon, I mean, Spoon could and should be in the All-Pro race. I mean, he's the only rookie cornerback on the Pro Bowl team, and I mean, the Seahawks got themselves a good one, man. Mekhi Blackmon. Hey, so Witherspoon, number 5 overall pick. Mekhi Blackmon, 3rd-round pick, but I thought Kwesi was bad. Here's what they wrote about Blackmon. Blackmon finished 3rd among rookie cornerbacks in overall and PFF coverage grade at 71.7. He is also the only rookie to play 400 snaps and not miss a tackle. He had 41 tackles total. That reliability has been a key asset in Minnesota's rebuilt secondary. Blackmon also proved to be a ball hawk, leading his team with 8 pass breaking up despite playing just the 7th most coverage snaps. Also had a pick, and he didn't really get the time of day to start. It was Murph. Rightfully so. It was a Caleb Evans out there. And even it was a little bit of Andrew Booth Jr. a little bit ahead of Blackmon. But, I mean, once the season got going and there was some attrition, I mean, Blackmon got out there and he made plays. And I would love to see him compete for a starting spot next year. And I think that he has the feistiness, the competitiveness, the fortitude. I think that he was a cornerback who's drafted with Flores in the building. So Flores has a type, and they had a choice of a ton of cornerbacks at the end of the 3rd round. They took Blackmon. It's been really good so far. Brian Branch is my guy. Brian Branch is fantastic, except it tilts me to no end that he sticks his mouthpiece out the back of his helmet. What's the point? I don't get it, man. Jordan Battle, the Bengals, as well as Ronnie Hickman rounding things out. Now, I do think if they had a special teamer, it would be Najee Thompson, but of course this is PFF, so I'm surprised they even have a running back on this thing. All right, but that's it. I mean, your Minnesota Fighting Vikings, they do get 2 onto the PFF All-Rookie team, Ivan Pace Jr., Mekhi Blackmon, but I feel like Addison should have made it. There you go. But your thoughts are thoughts. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.